Everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and I am checking in with a potato grow bag update. In fact, I'm going to give you an update on all of the potatoes that I've been planting this spring season and to show you how they're recovering after last week's hard frost. We will start right here on the back patio with the two Kaveen grow bags that I originally planted way back in the middle of winter. And these I brought into that heated shed last week when temperatures got below freezing. So these weren't damaged at all. They look awesome. They just continue to provide me with so much entertainment to be able to look down and actually see what's happening at that root stage. These are the coolest thing ever, and I do not regret having protected them last week so they didn't get nipped by frost. I was totally shocked last weekend when I saw how damaged these potatoes were from being outside when we got, I think, to about 27 degrees. But I'm very encouraged to see that even though some of these stalks are, the new growth is all burnt off, look at all of the new leaf development that's occurred just in the last couple of days. So these are rebounding really well. It was the same situation in this grow bag where I had just layered another mound of compost in it. But you can see where, where the tip died back, it's starting to divide. So I think these will rebound pretty quickly. These two grow bags weren't showing any green. Actually, they were showing a tiny bit of green. You can see right here, that's frost damage. But all of this has grown in the last week. So that's really great news. And these will be ready to have some compost layered soon. And these two grow bags, which haven't actually had any additional compost added, obviously they got nipped pretty hard, but I think it's time for me to go ahead and layer some more compost in here and just cover these up. By the time they grow out, you'll never even know that we had that freezing temperatures. This grow bag here definitely got damaged, but again, you can see all the new growth that has emerged just in the last few days. So that's very encouraging. I think overall, the potatoes are gonna recover without any trouble. But what about all the potatoes that I've planted in the ground? Well, I'll admit, I am really actually shocked by how damaged they were from last week's freezes. They hadn't grown very much, but any little bit of vegetation they had was absolutely black by Saturday morning. But let me give you an update on how these are growing out. So look at that sad potato. But right down there, new growth starting to pop out. And that's the case with all of these. These are the fingerling potatoes that I planted in this border where there's all this barley because I'm trying to prevent the animals from eating the barley. So that freeze definitely knocked these down, but I'm encouraged to see that new growth is starting to sprout and that with any luck, this will start growing more quickly. And of course, I just wouldn't be me if I didn't have a bag of potatoes that accidentally started sprouting inside. So these are those cute little baby purple potatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and get these planted. I, of course, didn't notice that they were growing until that very distinct smell of horribleness, which can only be attributed to potatoes that are starting to rot and grow. So it's time to get these planted. So just like with every other bag, I am just going to fill this one with a light layer of compost, probably about 4 inches deep. And then I'm gonna layer all of these potatoes in. That's why I'm using the 7-gallon bag, because I'm frankly kind of running out of space to store potatoes. I usually grow more in the ground, but this year I have my bed edges filled with other plants. And I'm just gonna cut this bag open. Boy, rotten potatoes smell absolutely terrible. And these have really grown a lot, but there's a few that need to just go into the compost. I mean, look at all that development. So again, I'm just gonna kind of crowd them in here. This is the stinker. So much development. Yeah, this is probably a little fuller than necessary, but like I said, I have a lot of potatoes growing right now, so I don't really need to separate these into a whole bunch of different bags. Now I'm just gonna layer a little bit more compost on top, and I'm gonna keep this bag right here so it'll be really easy for me to keep adding compost to. Plus, it's an easy access to a hose. No more smelly potatoes. I hope you'll be inspired to grow some potatoes this year. You know, here in Central North Carolina, we are already experiencing the mid-80s. It's actually quite hot, and I've been watering all day long. But overall, potatoes are a really low maintenance, practical vegetable for you to cultivate for yourself, either in the ground or in these simple to use grow bags. I look forward to giving you updates. Thanks so much for watching.